Ladies and gentlemen, red corner, Laercio, Fernandes. Blue corner, Hashimoto, Tomoyuki.
Here we go. Hashimoto in blue gi, Laercio in the white gi. Hashimoto quick to pull guard there. See how, generally speaking, all lightweights prefer to be on bottom, but Laercio seems pretty confident in his top game.
The winner of this bout will face João Miao in the semifinals of the Grand Prix under 60 kilograms.
Bro, I think that the reason why, I think you'll agree with me here, it's so difficult to pass a lightweight's guards. Their legs are so small, they're so flexible, yet their grips are grips of heavyweights.
Correct. You said everything. You said it all.
The tiny legs go everywhere. They're like, you know, and then they're extremely, agile, and they have light hips. The fact that your hips are light makes it so much easier for you to move. I know this because as a lightweight, I was much of a guard player. I moved with middleweight, you know, still a guard player. But as I got heavier, it got harder and harder to play guard. My legs got heavier, my hips got heavier, and you know, when you got that frame, it's just so much easier to move from the bottom.
Once you have that grips, if that grip is not ripped, you have even to deal with the knee, with the legs.
The funny thing about grips is that people think, oh, that guy is little. Clearly he's not strong. You don't fully understand how strong these guys' grips are because they play open guard so much, so that their hands are in that position 2 hours a day, every day of their life. So every lightweight I know has, on average, probably stronger grips than heavyweights. I
felt that with the Miao brothers the other day.
Yeah, I believe you. Like, the strongest grips, the lightweights in my gym have the strongest grips out of everyone else. And they train it a lot too. They spend a lot of time working on their grips.
They're not 100%. They're not overweight, so they all lean, muscly, pure lean muscle. Yeah. Of course, they will be strong. You know.
Hashimoto there. Has Laercio's leg trap with the lapel there. It's a fun. Bro, you use that position at all, man? That's
unless if I'm trying to mix face.
Feet on the lapel there. That's interesting.
Yeah, he's wrapping around. I think Hashimoto is trying to get Laercio a little bit frustrated there, and to try to make him use advantage of the mistakes, because he gets trapped though, and that's the situation. Don't forget, Laercio is a much more experienced person than in jiu-jitsu right now, so there's a lot of respect going on there.
But like I said, even like I would say Laercio is the favorite here. Would you agree?
Yeah, for the history, thinking about the history, yes.
Yes, I mean for this, but like it's still like I'm just looking at Hashimoto's guard. I think he's gonna have a really hard time passing. I wonder if the next round is gonna try to play the bottom or at least double guard pull and then come up, score the two, which makes sense. And I never understood why lightweights don't always do that. If you know your opponent is gonna pull guard, you might as well score that advantage under IBJJF. And here it's 2 points. I think that
is the IBJJF is 2 points.
It has an advantage in IBJJF.
It's advantage, right?
Yeah, but like if I were a lightweight and you're like 99% sure your opponent's going to be pulling guard.
I would like to start
pulling every single match.
What do you see like in the levels as well, Robert? Like if you see like whoever gets on the bottom has such a big advantage to the sweep.
Absolutely.
For example, look Miao, the Miao. It's like on the bottom, it's like top.
And especially because it's so hard to score points once you're on top of a lightweight. Like we agreed on this. Like passing their guards is a nightmare. No-gi, a lot of times I have a strategy of trying to get them to go to their knees and then go to the back, which I think is probably an easier route to establish because you're going against a lightweight no-gi, it's even harder to establish. I feel like. So a lot of times I'm just trying to get them to turtle up.
Well, this strategy I always use, like for example, if I jump guard, someone jump with me, I'm always the first one to come up because I don't like to be that game.
You know what? I'm the kind of guy, I like to experiment. Like I have no issues trying new things and even like stepping out of my element, especially in practice, just trying a new game. So I'll try to bolo people out of there, but I don't think I'm too good at that, to be honest. I'm with you. I'd rather come up. And like I said, as I got heavier too, it's just so much easier to be on top.
It's much easier on my back.
Swear, you remember, I used to be a guard player. That's all I did, And then as I got heavier, it's like, it makes it so much easier to be on top.
You can train for longer.
Yeah.
Without so much pain the next day. It's a good position there by Hashimoto. Laercio tried to get the leg drag over there.
See, the leg comes back in. Like, see, if that's someone with longer legs, that can't be done that easily. But the shorter legs just makes it so much easier for them to recover.
One point that's very interesting that you made, about the the strength of the grips and the power that those lightweights has is very underestimated because you think it's not proportional at all.
No,
with
it's
the
not proportional.
Size.
Exactly what I said. Because I think we associate strength with size, and in jiu-jitsu, they don't really correlate. Like some of the strongest people I ever trained with did not have a big frame. And I have bodybuilders in my gym, and you think they'd be strong, but they're not. They're not strong at all. It's crazy. Strength is a funny word because we use it for everything, but they're completely different types of strength.
Completely different things. Now, there was a draw, so that will be 10-10, right?
10-10, correct. I'm curious to see Laercio's strategy for the second round. I really believe he's going to double guard pull. I don't see Hashimoto coming up on top. I think he's going to guard pull as well. And let's see who comes up first.
Get the point. That's going to be the second chance. See, that's what I like about these rules, because now you can kind of reevaluate. You know, when you have a coach on your side that can tell you things from outside, think with you, you know. And as you said, the best way to for Laercio would be double jump, come on top, and then you get the 2 points. And then I don't see Hashimoto sweeping Laercio.
No, I think that will be a stalemate for as long as they're in that game. Like, it was very clear that Hashimoto's guard is no joke. I'm just curious to see if Hashimoto will come up first and get the double guard pull. That would be interesting to see how Laercio fares off his back while Hashimoto's on top.
Let's see if they can kind of, how they get on with this break, how they can come up, if they can come up with their view as well.
Studying each other. Let's see what happens. Oh, looks like Laercio's accepting the top game again. No, there we go.
On top, yeah, 2 points.
2 points. So you see Hashimoto's so comfortable off his back. You see, it's similar to Jomiao. He's happy being on bottom, even if he's having 2 points scored on him. He's very, very confident in his bottom game. I just don't think Laercio is going to be able to sweep. Hashimoto be able to sweep Laercio. Not if it goes the same way the first round went.
Yeah, that's what I
just don't see him setting that up.
I see more Hashimoto using his grips and position to stop Laercio than actually trying to do an attempt of sweeps or submission at all. Slowing down more than anything else. I'm surprised that he actually tried to take the guy down. Because this is what could be risky. Because if he jumps out a little faster.
Like, that's one strategy, you know, I teach a lot. I'm sure you use this before. Is like try to time that takedown as they guard pull. If you know the guy's going to, you know, guard pull, you want to try to time that, score those 2 points. Like a really low ankle shot.
Yeah, so many possibilities out there, right? On this game.
Hashimoto playing.
He's using a lot of the lapel to stop.
Yes. You showed me, the last time we trained, bro, you showed me a pass there from that lapel guard when he goes tornado or helicopter guard, and he goes inverted, right? You remember?
Yeah,
You're giving me some advice on how to pass G's guard, remember?
Yeah,
I use that pass. I've been using it a lot.
Once you understand the principles of the technique, you can start to figure out ways out much easily, right? Then he's wrapping around again there, Hashimoto.
But you know, like when I'm working my defense, I like to understand the offense. I think they help each other. You want to really understand how to get out of a triangle. You have to learn how to land a triangle.
Very important. And one thing that I use a lot, Robert, is the reverse engineering a lot. You know, what did happen? That's the problem.
Yes.
I identified a problem.
Yep.
What happened before that?
Why? How did you get there?
What happened before then?
You know what I call that?
And then. What did he start to do?
I call it the first trench.
Exactly.
And then you lose your second trench, and the third trench, and the fourth trench.
And then
when the guy reaches
trench
number 9, you're asking me what to do. It's like, well, you're
just stop.
Yeah, exactly. Your problem.
Restart again.
Your problem is way back there.
Exactly. Yeah, I think this was the kind of way that made me understand jiu-jitsu better, was by reverse engineering every problem that I got to, and also every success too. So it reassure myself what do I do.
You know what's funny in seminars? I always get those questions. What do I do when the guy puts me in a rear naked choke? And I try to do exactly what you're describing, reverse engineering. People don't always like that answer. Like, they want some magical solution to get out of the ring.
There's no magic.
Like, there's no magic, you know?
Once he's on, he's on.
Yeah.
That's why it's effective.
That's why, exactly. That's why it's so effective. Hashimoto with the lasso guard there. Man, his guard looks legit, man. Let's see, Laercio is trying to roll that hand to the outside. What that does, it makes Hashimoto's grip burn so much, he eventually lets go, which is exactly what happened.
We're talking about that the approach that Hashimoto is using to slow down Laercio, but it shows why, because Laercio is relentless. He's trying to put the pressure on and on and on. You know, well, trains with Cobrinha all the time, so.
I'm very impressed with Hashimoto's guard, man. Because you can see Laercio's doing all the right things. Like, he's positioned himself extremely well. He is trying to pass. He's not just trying, like, he could be just trying to win the round and just wait it out, but you can see he's trying to pass. But Hashimoto very, very skilled from the bottom.
So far, this is the 4th fight of the Grand Prix. And the past 3, all by submissions. Didn't pass through the second round.
Wow. I had a suspicion that the lightweights were going to be more dynamic. We were going to be seeing more submissions, but I wasn't expecting. So far, it's been 100%.
Wow, yeah. And then Isaac Dodelane, he spent about 30 seconds in the mat.
That
so
was
far.
Beautiful.
It's a good approach now by Hashimoto. Try to get to the back. Well defended by Laercio. Resetted the pressure. Oh. I like the way that Laercio positioned himself with such amount of pressure and base at the same time. So low that stops any kind of gaps for Hashimoto to get underneath, even when Hashimoto is using the lapel to make the gap.
Absolutely. You notice that Laercio intends to set his combat stance to his right side, which is unusual. Most people pass on the left. I wonder if he's doing that intentionally to try to avoid Hashimoto's strong side.
Second round, the end of second round. Clear the both fighters spend a lot of energy in this round.
You know, a lot of people who don't train jiu-jitsu don't fully comprehend how much energy you're burning just grip fighting. You know, even though this wasn't the most dynamic of rounds, it's still so hard on the body because you're not. Laercio's in that squatting position, you know, that duck walk position. Hashimoto is gripping the whole time and he's moving his hips around. Even if the match isn't super dynamic, it is very, very taxing on the grapplers. That's Laercio scoring the 2. I think it's fair to say Laercio will be using a similar strategy here, Brawley. What do you think?
Well, I'm not sure right now because I thought he was going to do double pull this time, but he tried to go for the takedown at first.
Pull, yeah.
But the first approach was the takedown.
Try to time the takedown.
I think which is danger for this match.
Absolutely.
Because at the moment.
Well, whatever Laercio does, Hashimoto definitely has to step it up at this point. He is behind.
Seems like he's going to be on top again. Here, that was opposite.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's see how Hashimoto does on top.
That should be 2 points,
Actually,
no?
yeah, I was wondering if Kai was going to score those 2. He didn't. So now Hashimoto
Interesting.
really needs to turn it on.
Well, this scenario now is a little bit difficult now for Hashimoto because to pass Laercio's guard is going to be something really, really difficult. But there was a little bit of hesitation in the beginning, right? They actually almost pulled it, they didn't.
Yeah,
and then
I think they're really.
I think it wasn't.
They're trying to avoid the guy scoring the 2 points from coming up, so they want to make sure that if it comes to that they finish on top. So they're really hesitant on sitting.
The time there was so, like, small, like it's so on right.
Like that's a very important skill actually, bro. Like when we have camps for big tournaments at the gym, I have them, especially the lightweight, spend a few rounds practicing that guard pull in the lightweight game, because a lot of times whoever scores that first advantage will have the advantage for the rest of the match because it's so hard to score points on these guard players.
And Kyle actually, he is very up on this game, so he definitely pictured that the same. There was hesitation and it's like jump guard on him, you know.
Yeah, it's exactly. There's a split second there, and it makes all the difference. Sweep by Laercio. Look how flexible Hashimoto. He's bringing that leg up. He's not even rocking his butt. He just brings his leg up.
Hashimoto's defense is really good. That's what I can take by what I've seen. I've never seen him fight like before, so what I can picture here is like his defense is really, really good. It's very hard to do things against him. Not necessarily that he can achieve things, but it's very hard to do things.
He's one of those guys. He would. It doesn't matter who he fights. It's going to be close. It's going to be decided on few points or advantages. He's not an easy guy to score points on for sure.
He's got a very good position down the deep half guard with the X holding the hips. Try to do a backward rolls to end up on top. Isaac is doing the right thing. How flexible Hashimoto, huh? Unbelievable.
Got a penalty there. Penalty for Laercio.
For the grip?
I'm not sure if it's legal to hold the inside of the gi. I'm not sure what Carlos scored that that -1 for. Did he touch his face at all? I
couldn't see.
Yeah.
But Laercio is stuck in a awkward position now.
That is a very strange position. Well, Laercio's kind of flexible too. Look at that.
Wow.
Where his knee is. He's just chilling there.
Oh, that was
nice.
Just the right time. 1 minute, 20 seconds.
It's hard to stack some in this weight class. Like they don't mind being stacked. It's not like the heavier divisions where stacking someone could mean the pass, right? Very often does. But Hashimoto's just so comfortable there. He's so relaxed, and I don't see Laercio passing his guard. But at this point he's winning, so Hashimoto's the one that's really gotta turn it up a notch. Hashimoto doesn't have a corner.
He become much more active this time. On this
yeah,
round.
He's got to do something.
Try to get to the 50-50 while Laercio tries to free himself.
Laercio doing a good job managing at this point. You can see Hashimoto definitely more aggressive towards the end. He knows he's got 15 seconds to go.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Looks like this will be the first match of the evening, brother. That
without the
doesn't
submission.
without the submission.
Another punt.
And Laercio with the win. Very tactical match. Hashimoto with the crazy good guard. Laercio unable to pass, but he got the sweeps.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a winner.